Hello, June 5th, 2 days until the Ontario election. But today is Letter Writing Tuesday. So I feel like I need to be a bit more active. A YouTube channel is not enough. So I'm going to put up a blog and you can read this letter for yourself if you like. But we're going to go through it together because I feel like a video is powerful, and I'm going to be public about this because I'm pretty enthusiastic, not enthusiastic, but yeah, enthusiastic. I feel strongly about this. I think we're really going in the wrong direction, and I think that it's just terrible. Okay, so here we go. Dear MP, I do not support you or your party, despite voting enthusiastically for Justin Trudeau in the 2015 election. I will never vote for another Liberal government in my life because of the choices you've made over the past 3 years. Justin Trudeau keeps saying that he keeps hearing Canadians want more immigration. Let me tell you, and please tell him, no, we don't. More illegal immigration destabilizes our security and puts an unnecessary burden on our tax-paying citizens. Okay, hold on. Here's Trudeau. This is very recently.
And quite frankly, the most common complaint I get from Canadians, from Canadian businesses, from people in general is you're not bringing in enough immigrants, and that's a rare thing in this world.
Yeah, well, good leadership is a rare thing too. So I disagree with that statement. I think you're bringing in too many immigrants. I think your lack of control at the northern border in Quebec is just, or not northern border, the border in Quebec is appalling. I think your choices on that are appalling. But back to the letter. Okay, so that's what Trudeau said about immigration. This is what I think about it. Okay, back to the letter. How do you reconcile spending taxpayer money to house illegal border crossers in hotels? How can you continue to support a leader who refuses to enforce our laws? How can you support a leader who refuses to listen when Canadians are begging him to stem the flow of illegal border crossers? How can you support a leader who prioritizes illegal border crossers over people who are trying to come to Canada through our legal immigration system? The people who play by the rules are being directly punished by Trudeau's ineffective and weak leadership, and people who break the laws are spending taxpayer money and complaining that it's not enough. Thanks, but no thanks. This summer, Ontario will be sending border guards from one of its most busy airports, Pearson, Toronto, to the Quebec border to help with the flood of illegal border crossers there. How will that affect the tax-paying citizen, you ask? Well, how about sitting on the tarmac because the lines to get through customs are too long? Are tax dollars at work? Come on. Okay, here's the article. We're going to have a look here. So here's the article, dated May 17th, 2018. Border officers diverted to Quebec to help with the influx of asylum seekers. So border security officers are being diverted from across Canada to help with an anticipated spike in the number of asylum seekers. Read, illegal border crossers from irregularly. Yeah, thanks, The Star. How about some more weasel words? Nice reporting. The Canadian Border Service Agency, CBSA, has sent memos across the country advising that agents from other regions will be in Quebec from May 28th until September. So you traveling this summer? I hope you're planning on extra time to sit in Toronto. Influx of refugee claimants, illegal border crossers across Canada. Okay, the measure could mean staff shortages causing delays at major airports such as Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver, as well as land ports such as Windsor, Niagara Falls, etc., etc. Security issues could also be an issue, Fortin warned. The impact would be that there would be maybe enough resources at Lacal, but they will create other points of pressure across Canada. The end result will be that wait times will increase and security will go down. The link for this will be in the comments below. But the point stands. These people are breaking our laws by crossing. I think that if you do that, you should be blacklisted from ever entering Canada, period. Sorry about your luck. Go home. In addition to spending taxpayer money on increasing wait times on airplanes and paying for illegal border crossers to stay at hotels, we're also constructing a refugee camp in Quebec. The article is right here. Link will be in the description. Trudeau is building a refugee camp on our border. Here's the proof. Images of Lacal and Roxam Road, I think. Quote from this article, these facilities will consist of heated, ventilated, and illuminated heated canvas shelters for 3-season use. Reads a section of the notice on the sleeping quarters. While people crossing the border illegally at Roxam Road will be housed in tents, the modular buildings will be used for quarantine spaces as well as toilets and shower facilities. Okay. I would prefer we use that money in a different way, I think. Okay, back to my letter. And this is just the quote that I just read you guys. What message are we sending? Are we a nation of laws, or do laws only apply to the tax-paying suckers? Finally, to help out, the federal government is proposing $100 million in spending, $50 million for Ontario, $50 million for Quebec to help with this. Keep your money. It seems like hush money to shut people up until it's too late to enforce our laws. Keep the money and use it to send these people back. They came from the U.S., send them back there, or send them back to their home country. Jumping the line isn't fair to our illegal immigrants, to taxpayers, or to the innocent taxpayers who will have to sit on airport runways or have no access to homeless shelters, because already in Toronto, 48% is filled to capacity with non-citizens, and that's illegal border crossers. So my letter ends, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, I'll show you right now. Ottawa must help Toronto. This is May 22nd. Ottawa must help Toronto with the influx of refugees. To say Toronto's emergency shelter system is facing crisis would be a gross understatement. Alarmingly, as of Friday, there were only 20 vacant beds. Okay, and it's got a ton of beds. That's a lot of beds. But this time, municipal politicians are not to blame. Instead, they are to be commended for trying diligently to keep up with the unprecedented demand for beds created by political decisions that are made but not paid for by Ottawa. Indeed, the current bed shortage is not the result of poor civic planning, but of an unprecedented influx of thousands of asylum seekers traveling here from the U.S. And in fact, refugee claimants now make up 41% of Toronto's shelter population. Those aren't necessarily, and the refugee claimant part is correct. Technically, they cross illegally, then they're arrested, and then they're able for processing. But then they just get let go. They get like, here you go, you can go wherever you like. Like crazy. There's no security about this. Like, what an insane way to manage things. Link will be in the description. Finally, to my letter. Sir, you are silently presiding over a disaster. Cross the floor, talk to Trudeau to wake him up, do something. History will judge you, but we are judging you now. We will not vote for a party that clearly holds Canada in such contempt. Yours, my name. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Write your MP. Is this okay with you guys? It's not okay with me. Look at what's happened in Sweden. Look at what's happened in the United Kingdom. Look at what's happened in France. They want this to happen here. It's happening fast. Say something.